Hello, everybody. So, Anderson Cooper, the mask and social distancing detective, was caught red handed, not social distancing, in spite of not wearing a mask during the Biden Townhall yesterday. Let's check it out.
Over Vice President Joe Biden. Thanks. Over Vice President Joe Biden.
Now, did you see that? Oh my God. No social distancing, they're not wearing masks, and then they're look at that. So Anderson Cooper has been like on TV lecturing and really just pounding the president over mask and social distancing every single time. You know, look, everybody was there and not social distancing and not wearing a mask. Is the social distancing, the mask wearing, detective, police, whatever, ever? And look at what he's doing. But it tells you that these people are really, really hypocritical. And even when they're, I mean, it's not the first time we are realizing that they are. We see them on TV everywhere, and you just see they're just talking. Everybody shakes their head like, I mean, they don't believe this stuff. They don't believe this stuff. They're just trying to lecture you. And I think it comes back to the same thing with Nancy Pelosi recently going to the salon. She's out there on TV, science, 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 and testing, 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 mask, 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 social distancing, social distancing, social distancing. And then she's going on a beauty salon, not wearing a mask, no social distancing, and showing this. But it just shows you how these Democrats are really, really hypocritical. And really, I mean, just to add more, it connects to, this video of LA health director recently, where she's in a meeting, and she's talking about how schools need to stay closed until after the election. Until after the election.
County health officials are clarifying comments made by Public Health Director Dr. Barbara Ferrer after a recording emerged of her predicting that schools were unlikely to reopen until after the November election.
That audio was obtained by the John and Ken show on KFI radio, and the host questioned if the school reopening date was being manipulated for political reasons. KCON's Leslie Marie has more.
Tonight, controversial comments from LA County's top health official. A recording released by KFI 640 AM radio catches the moment Dr. Barbara Ferrer says schools won't reopen until after the November elections.
We don't realistically anticipate that we would be moving into either Tier 2 or to reopening K through 12 schools at least until after the election, after in early November.
KFI says the recording was taken during a conference call with school staff to discuss the upcoming flu season. The radio station only released parts of what was said, but you can hear Ferrer mention the elections twice.
We're going to be where we are now until we are done with the election.
She said election not just once, but she says it twice. Now it could very well be a benchmark, a simple benchmark.
Tonight, some are questioning why Ferrer, who's behind the decisions to fully reopen businesses and schools across LA County, would mention a date like the elections. On social media, people have left comments saying, if anyone doesn't see this is political, you're blind.
And I think this is very important because this is all it's always been about. Anderson Cooper, Nancy Pelosi, and all the Democrats, they really don't believe this stuff. They don't believe it. They don't believe this stuff. But it's all about getting Donald Trump out of office. And if he doesn't get out of office, it's to make his administration, as unsuccessful as possible, which means to try to hinder it and create so much distractions as much as possible. What I mean by that is all the Democrats are now getting together. And when I say Democrats, I mean people in the media like Anderson Cooper also, They are all together. They are all one team. And the strategy is the same. And the strategy is simple. Number one, let's go, let's keep things as bad as possible now. So they keep things really, really bad now. Making sure people don't go out. People don't, schools don't open, and they argue about testing. The more you test, the more you get cases. So just want to make sure the Democrats are pushing for testing. And then as you test, as you get cases, the media will take it and they'll be like, oh, in the United States, we have 2 million cases. We are 2% of the world, but we have, we have whatever the percentage is, but our numbers are way, way bigger than the whole world. And it's all Donald Trump's fault. So the lawmakers will be out there saying, okay, we need more money for testing, contact tracing. And then once you test, and you get all these cases, their media friends pick it up and they say, you see, we have so many cases in the United States and it's all because of Donald Trump. And that's the whole thing. It's all, it just all fits together really, really perfectly. So once we go into the election, so the story or the plan is, so they will push for more testing so that they can get the coronavirus messaging out there as if it's the president's fault. And once the election finishes, then they'll come back and be like, science. Now Dr. Fauci says it's pretty safe not to wear your mask. Dr. Fauci says now the schools can reopen. So now we are cool. But that's only if the Democrats win. Now, if the Democrats don't win and Trump wins, then the idea is to jeopardize his administration as much as possible. So my prediction is this: if Trump wins the election, then the media and the way they are pushing all this coronavirus, Nancy Pelosi will still be out there. I mean, I hope she's not the speaker, but she'll be out there on TV like, we have to believe in science. Testing. Contact tracing, constant contact tracing. Science. And then their media friends like Anderson Cooper and the CNN and all the Democrats, I mean, they're all in the same team. They pick it up and everything that happens is, the president social distancing and face masks. So that's what's gonna happen if Trump wins. If Trump loses, all the Democrats will open up. And they won't even care. They will just open up. Like, okay, Dr. Fauci says it's fine, so let's open up. And then the Anderson Coopers of the world will take it up like, okay, now the Dr. Future says everything is fine. Now everybody has to go, and I mean, they're just all happy. So, it's a game, everything. It's so visible. We can see it. It's so obvious. I mean, it's so obvious, it's unbelievable. But anyway, this is what we have to deal with. So, hey, if you like the video, please like it. If you don't like it, please give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more of this, and we will see you soon. Thank you.